Hello everyone, welcome to our channel Code with Sunny, and today we will be discussing the simple problem string to integer. Its index is 8 and it is the medium problem of the LeetCode. Okay, I don't know why there is a huge number of dislikes over this problem. Yeah, the problem is quite difficult to implement. Like there are a lot of cases you have to handle, and to be honest, like when I first solved this problem, you can see there were two consecutive wrong answers, and like the wrong answer has came for the test case. You can see 1076, like 1076 test case. Okay, but finally I have been successful in solving this problem. Okay, so I would recommend you to read all these points first, because actually I'm not interested in reading these points. Rather than I will be explaining what these all 6 points is going to tell us and what we are going to do finally in this problem. Okay, and you'll be given some strings first. Okay, and you need to return the integer form of this string, provided you have to eliminate some of the characters. Okay, so let's understand this problem in detail with the help of examples. Okay, so we would be given some string. Okay, so there will be some strings. Okay, and the problem says that first you have to eliminate. Let me write down few of the points. First you have to eliminate all white spaces. Eliminate all white spaces from beginning. So if we have been given some string s, and we have to first eliminate all the white spaces that is present in the beginning of this string. After we have done that, the problem asks us to check it out if my string has the very first element is either positive, like this plus sign, or this minus sign, or there is some other character. Okay, if it is plus sign, it will denote that the number that if we are going to get should be positive, and if it is a negative sign, it means that if the number that we are going to get, it will be negative. And otherwise, if there is an empty, like there is some digit or something else, we are not interested now, it means that the number that we are going to get, if possible, will be a positive sign. Okay, so what we are going to do is you are going to find out the sign of this string. Sign of this string. Okay, if we are done with that, then we are going to move with third point. Okay, so the third point would be like checking out, not calling it a checking it out, extract the, extract all the digits. Note that I'm talking about the digits. Extract all the digits from now until we found some character. Until we found a character, let's call it as ch, other than the digit. Okay, so let's take some example to analyze what this is saying. So suppose we have this string and we have some white spaces. Let me mark it down by underscore. Then let's say we have some negative sign, and then we have some 9 8 3 5 2, and then we have some empty underscore. Then we have some string, let's say some character Sunny. Okay, then we have been asked to first eliminate these all white spaces, you can see over here. Okay, then if we are done with this, then you can see there is a negative sign which will denote the string will be negative, the integer format. Then we will find out the sign which is negative. Suppose this minus is not present, in that case you would consider the numerical form of the string as positive. Okay, now after this one, you are going to extract all those digits you are going to get next words, and as soon as you are going to find a character which is other than the digit, you are going to stop it. Okay, note that here it is the length of the digits are 5, that is there are 5 consecutive digits. So there can be a let's call the number of digits over here, consecutive digits, as x. So x can be greater than or equal to 0, and x can be less than equal to the max length of the string. Max length of the string. So this is quite important. Okay, so there can be some string like underscore underscore underscore. Note that here underscore is going to denote the white spaces. Now suppose there is no sign present over here, so we should to consider positive sign, and we are going to have the next character as SUNNY. So this is the string that is given to us. Okay, so you will eliminate these white spaces. Now there is no sign either negative or positive, so you should consider positive. And then you can see you are going to find a character which is not a digit. In that case your x will be 0, means that there will not be any digit. So overall you have the string representation. Final string representation would be an empty string. Okay, and what about here? The string would be like you can see underscore underscore underscore, and then you are going to have minus, you have then, and then you are going to have sunny. In that case what you will do is like pick out these white spaces, eliminate them, then you have minus, then you have the empty string, you can see, because you are going to find a character which is not a digit, so you would be having a minus 0. So this will be some string and the integer format will be 0. Okay, now let's take some another string, a string of type like this one. You are going to have let's say we are not going to have any underscore right now. Then you are going to have a minus, then 9 8, then you are going to have a underscore underscore, then you are going to have a s, then you are going to have underscore underscore denotes the white space, then you are going to have a 5 8. Okay, suppose this is the string. So first you will do is like pick out this minus sign that is present at this, so it will denote the string will be negative, the numerical form. Now pick out this 9, pick out the digits until we are going to find a, pick out those characters until we are going to find a character other than the digit. So you can see this 98 has been picked up, so it would be like minus 98. Now you are going to find a character which is not a digit, so you are going to stop it. So this is the string. Now these all the strings are being ignored, so you are going to find out the numerical form, so it should be minus 98. That will be your answer. Okay, so that's it, we need to implement that. One more thing I need to add it up is like yeah, suppose you have some string like max length of string is max length is less than equal to 200 or less than equal to 0. Yeah, so this is the max length of the string. So you can see that this suppose you have some characters like 98352 and it goes on like up to the length 200, like 200 characters, and every character is a digit. Now it is obvious that it is not going to fit in int min and int max. Now it is obvious that it is not going to fit in this range. So in that case you need to, like, if the numerical form of this string is going to cross these boundaries, then you need to consider the elements present at this boundary. Like let's say the numerical form of this string is some x, and x is greater than, strictly greater than int max, then you need to assign x as int max. And similar case applies for the int minimum. If it is strictly less than int minimum, you need to assign x as int minimum. Okay, so let's move on to the coding part to analyze this in detail, and I'm also going to explain in the beginning, like in the between also, so that it would be like much more clear. Okay, so I would be showing my submission. Yeah, I've like implemented, like I've done a written a well commented code, so that would be a better to understand. Okay, you can see this is a boolean function that it checks whether the character is a digit or not, and this is a like a boolean function also which checks whether the given character is either plus or minus. Okay, and here is the function that we have to write in this problem. Like first I will eliminate, you can see, all the white spaces from the beginning. Okay, now we need to parse the integer, okay, that is present after that. Okay, so I will first check out the sign. Also, yeah, so first I will check out the sign, and rather than like after before doing that, I need to check it out whether there is an empty string possible or not. That is like this type. Let me just like there is some empty string, and then let's say there is some positive sign. Okay, and there will have another character like words. So this is the some string. So in that case you can see this should be ignored, and you have plus sign and you have not a digit, so this will be an empty string. So this is actually a plus 0. So in that case you are going to clear those like clear the string. So I will do s dot clear if it is not a digit and not a sign. Okay, now otherwise if I will check whether there is a negative sign, then I will assign sign as -1, otherwise sign will be always positive. Also after doing that I should have to remove the sign to parse out the digits. Okay, so I will just remove the sign by checking if there is a sign at the beginning of the string. Okay, so after doing that also you need to remove the leading zeros, otherwise you don't get a correct answer, because you can see when I first submitted, like this is second submission here, you can see my answer came for incorrect for the leading zeros. Okay, so I have to remove those leading zeros because that is not a useful. Okay, so then I will parse out the sequence of digits. You can see, so if there is a digit at the beginning, just push back. And what about like this entire if else, you can see, is for if the given integer format is going to cross the bounds of the int min and int max. Okay, so first I will find out the max value, and yeah, I will compare the string format in the like compare the numbers in the string format. If my given sequence of digits length is greater than the max string length, that is this numerical values, if you convert this in the string and find out the length, you can see I have to consider only this max string, and if it is exactly equal, I am going to take the minimum. It will be it will make that actual string str, which is the sequence of digits lying in this range from int min to int max. Okay, so the concept is like very much simple. Suppose for the explaining purpose, let's say int max is 99. Okay, and my current str string comes out to be 100. Okay, so you can see this is actually the numerical form of this is crossing this boundary, right? And you can see the comparison is like first compare with the length. You can see the length is coming out to be 2, number of digits, and here also number of digits comes out to be 3. So if the length is already greater, the number like number will obviously be greater. Okay, so in that case I will assign str as int max. Okay, what about if the length is strictly less than, so 99 and let's say the value 5, you can see 5's number of digits is 1, number of digits is 2. If the length is strictly less, then just keep as it is. And what about if 99 and 89, if the lengths are exactly equal, just take the minimum. It will make that str lying in with this within this int min to int max. And similar case applies for this min value. Okay, and finally you need to find the answer in integer form, because you have the string int, like you have the numerical string format of the given integer. So I will use the long data type, and I will parse out the digits. Note that I'm parsing out from left to right. It is like suppose you have the string as 987. Sorry, suppose you have a string as 987, and you are like you need to find out this numerical value of this 987, because you have to return a actually you have to return a, where there is the function, you can return an integer, right? So in that case you have to find out the numerical value. So what is this actually? You can write this as 9 into 100 plus 8 into 10 plus 7 into 1. Okay, so every time you get a digit, suppose first I've got this 9, so my answer is initialized as 0, so I will do answer into 9, sorry, answer into 10 plus 9, so it would become 9, and the next step my answer becomes, so I will also assign this as this one. The next step my answer would become 9 into my, again you would multiply it by 10, because every time the digits are going to shift it to the left for the, like for base 10 numbering system. and you're going to get the integer 8, so we will be getting 98. And so I will assign answer as the same. So again I am getting 98, will multiply it by 10, and you're getting 7, so it would be like 987. You are going to get that. Okay, so if sign is negative, just multiply it by -1 and finally return the answer. So this will give you all test cases passed. So if you guys have any doubts, do let me know in the comment section of the video, and thank you for watching this video.